Good morning and welcome. It is 8 o'clock. It is the 30th day of August 2021. It's my sister's birthday, so wish her a happy birthday if you see her. Not that you have any idea who she is. I'm your grumpy guy to all things gaming, the OG GM. It is time to take a look at the RPG news of the week. And of course, our top story, well, one of our top stories is the announcements of this creative combination between Renegade Studios, the people who brought us the much lauded award winning Kids on Bikes, and Hasbro to do some of the Hasbro IPs that aren't directly related to Dungeons and Dragons. Renegade has created a system called Essence 20, and they're going to be using that system to roll out all the Hasbro IPs. Currently, for 2021, we have announced Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but only the first two seasons of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers will be covered in the role-playing game. We also have been told that they're going to be doing My Little Pony, even though there already is a licensed My Little Pony role-playing game. I assume that if this goes well, we might see some of the other Hasbro licenses that they currently hold the rights to. I'm not sure which they have the rights to anymore. I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, maybe? I'd have to check to see which toys Hasbro currently has the rights to and they don't. Because don't they make the Star Wars figures? Pretty sure they're not going to be making a Star Wars role-playing game. I know there's some confusion over the rights of Power Rangers because the Saban and Japan and Tohai and whatever, but right now Hasbro has the rights for at least the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers toys and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers license, and they are doing a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers role-playing game. So we will expect to see more of the very unusual Essence D20 as it gets closer to the release date. It's a very interesting system because it is D20, but it is not D&D. And it uses an unusual cascading ladder dice system, but it also, in order to emulate the Saturday morning cartoon feel of these three IPs, Transformers, Power Rangers, and G.I. Joe, it focuses more on non-violent. Now, the bad news is these are all looking to be full-color hardcover books running around 300 pages. So look for this to cost $75 or more. Definitely not a good starter RPG for a kid because it's a $75 to $80 investment. We can look for each book to feature creating your own characters in the IP, as well as running established characters in the IP, rules for how to run in the G.I. Joe, Transformers, Power Rangers universe, stuff like that. Very interested to see where they go with this. Everybody who I've told about this has pretty much been saying, shut up and take my money. So obviously there are people who want to see a Power Rangers, Transformers, G.I. Joe role-playing game, especially a lot of call for Transformers, even though there already is a Transformers role-playing game. In fact, there are several, and some for G.I. Joe and some for Power Rangers. Now, I have already said if I were going to do Power Rangers, how I would do it, but I seriously doubt that's actually how the game's going to do it. We will talk more about the Essence D20 system in a separate vlog if you're interested. Meanwhile, moving on in news, apparently there's a new edition of Pendragon RPG coming. And this is, in honor of the whole King Arthur role-playing stuff that Pendragon role-playing game embraces. And a lot of more research into the books have been done. And we have a Pendragon design journal up from David Larkins. So if you're interested in seeing the evolution of the new version of the Pendragon King Arthur role-playing game, check that out. This weekend this weekend was your last chance to vote for the Ennies. So if you didn't have a chance to vote yet, too bad. We should see the winners soon. As we know, the top contenders were three very unusual choices. Heart, The City Underneath, Cortex Prime, and Sentinels of the Universe role-playing game. Comic book role-playing game, all very unusual choices for what the top RPGs for 2021 are going to be. Let's see what else is going on. We have apparently there's a new Pathfinder setting come out called 6 Feet Under. The Level Up D20 that EN Publishing has been working on for the past 2 years is finally ready to go to the print. So if you've been following the Level Up D20 storyline as I have, you're maybe excited to see how this game is different than 5th edition. Of course, the big difference is they have made all the playtest material available for free on the web. So, as I've said repeatedly, there's no reason for me to buy this game. We made everything free, guys. Apparently, the Dungeons & Dragons film is wrapped and done. All the shooting is done. They've completed location and principal photography. Obviously, they're moving into the effects and editing stage. You know, all those people who were just wearing green costumes with little dots on it will be computerized and turned into whatever creatures they were. And, you know, all those encounters between an actor and a tennis ball on a stick will be done in post-op into the actor fighting whatever creature that tennis ball on the stick was actually. Still no news on the plot. But we will see. There was some talk of a Magic the Gathering animated series for Netflix. I don't know how that would work. I guess like Yu-Gi-Oh! But the creators have left the project due to creative differences. These were individuals who have been working on the various Star Wars stuff for Netflix and the various Batman stuff and some other video games. But there seems to have been a shattering of the Magic the Gathering creativity project. So we will see what, if anything, will come with the 2022 potentially released Magic the Gathering animated series. Is that an animated series set in the universe of Magic the Gathering? Because there's several billion? Is that going to be like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where we have some people play Magic the Gathering and then the battles are fought out behind? I just don't know how that would work. Long-running anime and manga series Lupin III is getting a tabletop role-playing game adaptation. The game is going to be published by Magnetic Press and will feature a core rulebook using a D6 system from West End Games. Yes, anytime we see the D6 system from West End Games, I am excited. They are currently kickstarting it, and they are also currently kickstarting their other West End Games D6 system, Carbon Gray, based upon an Image Comics series called Carbon Gray that I never heard of that. So this will be adapting pretty much all of the Lupin into a world. Does Lupin need its very own role-playing game as opposed to just a world book? I don't know. Probably not. You could just make a Lupin III world book and then have it using some, made for use with Savage Worlds and West End Games D6 system. But anything that gives the West End Games D6 system some love, I support. And Lupin is always a weird and unusual and fun series to watch. Multiple companies have broken ties with the Broken Token following abuse, sexual harassment, and sexual assault allegations against the company's CEO, Greg Spence. The Broken Token designs and manufactured wooden inserts and cases for popular tabletop role-playing games, some of which were reproduced under license. A former employee posted details of her interaction with Spencer, which prompted Evil Hat Productions and several other companies to end their association with this individual. So all licensing agreement with Broken Tokens have been temporarily suspended because nobody wants to do business with somebody who may have abused, harassed, and assaulted their female and male employees. Good on you, but innocent till proven guilty? But yeah, and why should the entire company suffer because of the behavior of one individual? So I'm sure that if that's affecting the livelihood of several other people who are associated with Broken Token who have nothing to do with the actions of Mr. Spence, if they in fact actually happened. And if they did, I feel very sorry for the women and men involved, and he should be punished to the full extent of the law, but he should also have his day in court. And it's always a slippery slope, and I feel like anything I say about that subject is just, inappropriate and stupid because there's just so many ways to look at it. Obviously, if this happened, you want the women and men who were harassed to have their day in court and to have justice be done to Greg Spence, but also you don't want the other people who are associated with the company to suffer because of the behavior of one individual. So, Gamma, the trade organization for the tabletop role-playing game, is announcing they will create a code of contact for all members beginning 2020. In a statement posted to Twitter, of course, Spencer denied the allegations. The Mutant Chronicles bundle is still going on over at Humble Bumble, featuring not just rule books, but plans for the 3D miniatures as well. The base level for this bundle is $1 and goes all the way up to $30, and a 50% off coupon for a physical book of the Mutant Chronicles Player's Guide. This all goes support to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. I've been told I should start talking about Bundle of Holding, which is a company that specifically does bundles for RPG. So right now, Bundle of Holding has got bundles for Traveler, Tech Mule, Teeny Dungeon, Old School Essentials, Shadow of the Demon Lord, Champions 4E Starter Pack, Trial of Cthulhu, Knights Black Ages, and Symbombian. Now, Bundle of Holding is just a PDF thing, and I don't know if they actually do anything for charities, as opposed to Humble Bumble, which does do things with charities. But I have been asked to start mentioning their stuff too as well. So those are all the bundles that are available at Bundle of Holding. And yes, I'm still calling it Humble Bumble. All right, so our top news is, of course, the completion of the Dungeons & Dragons film, the Essence D20 product coming out, and the information regarding the broken token, which I probably shouldn't comment on because it's just going to get me in trouble. But yes, yeah. I'm your grumpy guide to all things gaming. If you appreciate this content, let me know. If you haven't subscribed yet, let me know. We are going to go into a little deeper to the Essence D20 system because it's so unusual, even though there are some systems that are similar to it. So it's obviously basing its build on some stuff we've seen in the past, but it's still a very unusual take. And if that's something you want to see, let me know. And if you don't, also let me know. Till next time, stay awesome. Stay off my land. Stay safe. I'll talk to you later.